everybody, welcome back to another Dokkan battle video. So earlier today, about Jesus Christ, about 12 hours ago, I recorded the my top 10 LRs. So I'm going to go ahead and do my top 10 TURs now. I think LRs are in a much better spot than TURs are now. Except for one obvious outlier. Yeah, I guess we'll just start with my number 10. But for my number 10, I actually have two people sharing the number 10 spot. Tech Sandai Vegeta and Fizz Goten and Trunks. I feel like both of them are deserving of that number 10 spot on this list. Vegeta is very solid. I mean, he's a stacking character with guard and damage reduction. He's basically just a better version of Tech Ultimate Gohan, plus he has that active skill Big Bang attack, which does, I mean, just ridiculous damage. You can easily get it up to like 30 million. My 55% is able to get it up to 30 million on the right team. So, I mean, it guaranteed crits, does massive damage. Yeah, I mean, Tech Vegeta is a very solid option. The one downside I've run into with him is the fact that he's extreme class and he clashes with the Family Kamehameha on the LR Gohan or Goku Gohan and Trunks team. I mean, that's about it. And then Goten and Trunks, I mean, they're just an amazing unit. I feel like they're very not talked about right now. I wouldn't say underrated. They're definitely not overrated. It's just no one talks about them, which is very surprising because of how solid they are. Um, they've got that. Can I get to it quickly enough? I'll explain while I'm talking. They've got that active skill, which paired with the Tech Goten Easy A, because this is very solid Easy A, but getting their active, when did they Easy A? Oh god. Getting their active skill is not exactly difficult. Well, anymore. The real problem with them was the fact that, aside from them, there was no good Trunks, Goten, or besides them, obviously, there weren't any good ones, and that guaranteed dodge turn paired with their already, I know they start out at 30% dodge, but I don't know. To me, they just have, far more than that. They rarely ever fail me, and yeah, I'm very happy with their performance. Next on my list is my number 9, and this is my most controversial placing on this list. Definitely. It's Fat Boo. Fat Boo at number 9. I really don't like this guy at all. Mine is 90%. I just don't like him. What does he do? He gives you his Ghost Usher, very strong. His revive, I don't like his revive because you're just throwing him out there to die. Revives are really only good when it's meant to be a team protector mechanic and not just something that you use to get a weak character stronger. And that's the reason why this EZA right here sucks. They're horrible. Most of it is because they rely on using the revive to get into Goku. Just kind of a shitty design because you want to save the revive for the clutch moments, not wasting it early on in the fight just to buy a turn, which is all you do with Fat Bee's revive, and I hate that. He stacks defense. After he revives, he's a very strong character, don't get me wrong. But again, you have to use your team protector mechanic to get him there, which sucks. He also does no damage, like, it's really pathetic. Even with full crits, he's barely hurting Goku and Frieza. But yeah, I really don't like this guy. His Ghost Usher is very strong. I don't like his revive. I feel like I'm being too harsh on it because sometimes it can be very useful, but at the same time, I don't like it. Moving on to my number 8. I do want to get these done quicker compared to my LR tier list because it's 3 in the morning and I don't want to be awake for another 2 hours uploading a 30-minute video. But my number 8 is Lord Slug. Just a very good unit all around. Oh, he was up there. To me, he kind of feels like Trunks and Goten. No one talks about him. Like, which is weird considering how good he is. Like, he heals, so he's supporting. I mean, he has the domain, which is very strong. 30% to stats is just. Or no, I'm mixing up the domains. I'm mixing up this guy's domain with the next person's domain. Spoiler alert. But Demonic Power is an amazing team right now. Due to its leader, who we won't see for a while, outside of Slug, of course, it's just a very strong category. Whoa. I thought it was just going to take me to Demonic Power. But yeah, Demonic Power is a very strong team. The fact that they're getting 15% to stats here is amazing. This 25% increase to damage taken for superclass Earthbred fighters really hurts. It is very difficult to run Gohans with this guy because all Gohans are on Demonic Power. It is very difficult to run them on this team because of that. What else? He has high damage reduction. This intro is insane. And the fact that it procs even if you don't launch the domain is amazing. Because if it was like, I guess AGL Broly or, Goku Black, who is not on this list, but the Fizz Goku Black, I mean, he gets the buffs without launching the domain, and he'll just launch it when the other domains go away. God, it's so nice how it works. He has the Scouter, but it's after 5 attacks, and this guy probably isn't going slot 1. I mean, he has 66% damage reduction, pretty good defense, especially if you have the domain up. So you could get away with him in slot 1 every now and then, but he's not going to be like a reliable slot 1. But yeah, that's really all I have with Lord Slug. Very solid, number 8 on my list. Actually, we don't need that. On to my number 7. It is Buhan. Now, Buhan is very, very, very strong. I mean, he's really. I feel like I could also put him here, but the only reason that I have him at 7 instead of 6 is because of his power absorption restriction. Now, I feel like power absorption is going to be getting a lot of buffs in the future. This year, I have a feeling that Daima is just going to buff power absorption, demonic power, all these like villain-esque teams by quite a bit. Because I do think we're going to be seeing Daima for most of the year. And I could see this. I could see this um, this restriction right here just not being an issue in like 6 months, but that's also 6 months away. And right now, power absorption is horrible. Let's just look at the category. Who here is good? This guy is. So both the Buhans are good. I mean, Int Boo, Infat Boo's good. I mean, I've already talked about him here. Int Cell is boosted right now, and he is very good while boosted. But once the like boosts go away, he's gonna be fodder. He's good on full Majin power. Um, Exchange Boo is okay, and Fu is you can run Fu. I personally don't like to, but you have your options. The problem with this category is damage, surprisingly enough. They have solid. Is it? Is that how I want to explain it? Because this guy does enough damage to carry the team. It's like damage and defense is an issue, but in different ways. Damage is an issue because most of the power absorption characters hit like a feather, right? Defense is an issue because outside of Tech Buhan, and this guy, you don't have any slot ones. You just don't. This this loser is not a slot one. You can get away with this guy in slot one if you're lucky and on full motion power. But yeah, I just don't like the power absorption team, and because of that, it really hurts Tech Buhan's rating, in my eyes at least. On to my number 6, we have Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He is a very, very solid, very strong release. Oh, went way too far. What? Oh, this is the this is the global timeline. Oh God, here he is. Um, when this guy first released, I was very worried about this. I was so worried that this guy was just gonna outage Majin Buu Saga, and I mean, he was just gonna be way too strong for like the content was gonna get stronger, and this guy would be fine, but the rest of Majin Buu Saga was gonna crumble around him. That is what I thought was gonna happen. I was wrong. I was very wrong. Majin Buu Saga, and it's likely because of Daima airing, is insane. Majin Buu Saga might be the best team in the game. There's an argument for it. Gotenks, amazing character. Talked about him a lot in my LR video. Family Kamehameha Gohan, also amazing. You could put him at number 1 LR in the game, and I wouldn't argue with you. I'd be like, yeah, okay, I see it. This Ultimate Gohan gets a lot of hate. He really does. But I feel like he is a lot better. People pretend like this Gohan is the Fizz LR Ultimate Gohan that released. He is way better. He supports. He has a powerful active skill, unlike the other one. Uh, he can do more supers. He permanently guards. He's just a lot. Does he permanently guard? I think he does. I might be wrong on that. Um, Obviously, Bootinks is good. These guys are fucking losers right here. These guys are good, but only for like another week while they're still boosted. Obviously, Tech Buhan is good. We just talked about him. Don't need to spend time on these guys because we're talking about him right now. Fizz Gotenks is okay. I mean, I don't use him a lot, but that's just because all the other options are so much better. STR Dragon Fist. Him being added to this is just ridiculous. He's he's gonna be one of the best aging characters, I think, ever. Maybe I could see it just because of how powerful his standby is. These guys, trust me, we'll get to them. This guy's probably gonna easy A during Sunday if I'm correct about what the theme is going to be. I mean, spoiler alert, I think Sunday this year is going to be Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta from Daima. And this guy could very easily easy A during that. And he'd have a good Trunks in these guys right here because they're still going to be good unless we get a shit ton of dodge canceling fights. Again, Exchange Boo is solid. Um, we'll get to no, actually. Spoiler alert, neither of these guys are on the list, but they're both good. They're both good. You know what? I'm also going to do this. I'm going to do this. You could say Tech Majin Vegeta there, and I would be fine with it. The reason I don't like that guy is. Where's Majin Buu's at? Right here. His stupid. So many times when I'm using this guy, he gets locked by 17, right? Goku and Frieza, he's locked by 17. He's floated off. And then we have 3 turns of Golden Frieza and 17. So they're way below 50% HP. And then you float this guy again because he has a shitty ass base. And then by the time you get to Goku and Frieza, you've got power hitters on that team like, oh, I don't know, these two plus Dragon Fist. And yes, in Goku and Frieza, Dragon Fist is a power hitter because he'll just counter their 5.6 million damage super attack and deal 20 million damage to them. And then you've got Gotenks and Family Kamehameha, all these power hitters, their fucking damage threshold does not matter. They're gonna be almost dead when this guy comes back. And guess what? You still can't transform with him. And the fight is over. That is why he's right here instead of like here. If he even had a secondary condition, if he had this and then right here at the end, or starting from 6th turn from the start of battle, that would have been so much better. It would have been so much better. I'd move him up here. I don't know. Maybe I'm overhating. I'm probably overhating a lot, but we'll just move on to my number 5 and move on from Majin Buu Saga. I didn't really talk about this guy, but I mean, he's just invincible. He doesn't do damage and he takes no damage until This is gone completely. He's just God, right? Not much to talk about, but a better version of him who just came out, Daimagoku, is my number 5. Yeah, he's just literally a better version of Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I mean, 90% dodge, 50% damage reduction turn 1. I do dislike. I made a post about this a while ago, and compared to everyone else above him, I feel like there's a gap of power from 4 and 5 that just should not be there. I feel like if this guy had one more guaranteed super, or if he also gave allies 41% defense for 2 turns, or if he just unconditional guard, I feel like if he had one of those 3, he would be in talks with the next 3 on my list. It feels like they held back with him. He's active, very easy to get, and very strong. It's also probably my favorite animation. Actually, this guy's intro is probably my favorite animation in the game. I just love how it looks. But yeah, I mean, what else is there really to talk about? He builds up by dodging, which is not an issue for him at all. I mean, this, if you ask me, he should have had 20% dodge and damage reduction. There's a lot of spots, I guess, where like you could make this guy stronger, but at the same time, he's still a very competent unit. Because whereas this guy gets weaker defensively and has a shitty offensive performance the whole game, this guy only gets slightly worse defensively and just gets stronger and stronger offensively as the fight goes on. He's literally just a better version than Super Saiyan 3, Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku, right? And as time passes, just due to how this guy's kid is, I'm confident. I'm very confident he can climb up. He'll never be up here. He will never be up there with who my number 1 is, who I'm sure you're aware of. But yeah, we'll just go on to my number 4. It's Tech Beers. Now, this guy, you're probably gonna get mad at me, but truth is right. This guy is a mini Beast Gohan. And Beast Gohan is just insane. I mean, he's my pick for second strongest LR in the game, third strongest unit in the game, period. And this being a mini version of that guy is just a gateway to success, right? His damage isn't the greatest, but it's better than this guy's. uh, his tanking is he has a team protector mechanic, by the way. Do people just not acknowledge team protector mechanics anymore? Because oh no. Oh my god, where did he super easy it? Where did he super oh my god, what? What? No, it wasn't this far back. What? Am I stupid? When did he super easy it? Uh uh he should be here, right? Whatever, whatever. It doesn't matter. He has a team protector mechanic. Do people just ignore that? Do you just see that and be like, oh, it actually does not matter? Like, he's just so strong. I don't get how he has haters. But yeah, I don't know. Not much really to talk about Beerus except for the fact that he is very overhated. Number three. Now, this guy is my most used unit in the game, period. He, I mean, I'm sure he's up there for a lot of you guys too. But like, Super Saiyan 2/3 Goku. The reason he is so high up, especially compared to these guys, is because his base form is not a fucking loser like their base form is. This guy, when I first saw his details, I was like, wait, that's it? That's all they gave him? That's all they needed to give him. He's so unbelievably tanky, dude. I had him in base, tank, STR, Max Buff's Kid Buu Super in slot 3 after he double supered. He just ate that shit. I mean, he took like 550k damage, but he ate that shit. He ate it up for breakfast, bro. He could have done one more super, but he gave me. Actually, the normal was this one. This was the normal. I got the hidden potential system additional super. And then you transform into this guy who, by the way, I hate that he has this. I think instead of this, they should have given his one turn of guard to Kid Buu and given this guy guaranteed additional super for his first turn. I think they should have done that. But he does have that. So you can't really put him in slot 1. But if you get a quad super, quad crit with this guy, which, I mean, these are only 50% chances, unfortunately. Though after using him, I see why. I definitely see why they did that instead of giving him 70% chances for these. Because he's launching a 40 into a 45, into a 51, into a 57. Like, oh, by the way, he has this dodge and damage reduction build up, and he has a 70% chance to crit, right? Like, once this is gone and it just turns into this, he's definitely a little bit worse. It's a lot of stats you're losing. It is. It really is. But he's still pumping out like 30 million attack stats that do still have a 50% chance to crit. He's insane. He's a lot stronger than I thought. Dokkan in 2024, though I guess this guy is 2025 release. But Dokkan has just been so good with characters. They nailed this guy. They absolutely nailed it. His second turn, when you have all of this fully built up, because you can, on his second turn, you can have all of this fully built up with his second super attack. And you still have this up. He's just. Is he the best unit? No. But like, he's up there, right? His ceiling is just unbelievably high, right? Um, yeah, and he's just such a beloved character. It really makes me happy seeing what they did with this guy. That being said, I do think Kid Buu is better. Now, if fights get longer, They are easily switching. They will switch right the fuck up if fights start to get longer. Simply because of this right here. Once this is gone, he is a lot worse. I know you can use the active, but I'd rather have this, to be honest. I would. What if they gave him like just a 30 per? What if they just gave him a medium chance to dodge attacks? Do you know how busted, dude? He'd be insane. I mean, he heals, which is support. I mean, if you're healing, if you have recovers any percent of HP in your passive, that is support. He is supporting the team with this. He has the guaranteed for the first 3 turns, nullifying unarmed super attacks, and then it goes to a 70% chance. And then, you know, he has a guaranteed additional and 50% chance to crit and 50% damage reduction. Because Majin Buu, dude, the fact that they included this, they did not have to have this. They could have just had Majin Buu Saga. But this being here is so strong for him. Because Majin Power is going to go places. And not good places. It is going to age out. Buu Saga is going to take a lot longer to age out. Because the good thing about this guy is he does not need his villain links to be good. Does it help? Absolutely. Yeah, big bad bosses, wall standing tall, brutal beatdown, infinite regeneration. It's really good if you can have those up. But guess what? It's okay if you don't. But he's just that good. I mean, this guy is damaging Goku and Frieza even without all these. Right? Like 25%, 50%, 65%, and 85% damage left on the table, and he can still damage Goku or Frieza. That's insane. That is so insane. He's ridiculous. I definitely do think Goku is gonna age better than him. But at the same time, if fights are, if 10th anniversary is just like one phase fights, boring ass one phase fights, big numbers coming in at you, he's gonna be better. But if they introduce longer fights, sort of like Goku and Frieza, Super Saiyan 2 Goku is gonna pull ahead. This guy could also pull ahead. I don't know. These three are like interchangeable to me. You could do like any of these combinations and I'd be fine with it. I don't think this guy's quite on their level just based on the content that's around right now. But none of that matters because Glorio is number one. Glorio is the best TUR in the. Not only is he the best TUR, he's just the best damn unit in the game. Like, hold on, clearing my tabs out. Like, what he leads demonic power for 200%. And demonic power, as I showed earlier, very strong category. I mean, well, I didn't show it, but as I talked about earlier, it is a very strong category. I mean, you got Glorio, obviously, the 200% lead. You got Slug, all of the Gohans, which, I mean, this guy's probably getting easy A soon. This guy's boosted right now, very strong. Literally, these first 5 Gohans are all very good options on Glorio's team. You have Buuhan, you have Int Buu, you have Skinny Boo. I guess you do have Hirudegarn there. Uh, Dude, this guy's gonna have a killer easy A. I mean, Kid Boo is right there. Uh, Tech Gohan on Glorio's team is a whole new unit. He's actually ridiculous. This guy is not really runnable. You can run these two surprisingly on Glorio's team. Again, he makes units as shitty as this guy runnable. He d- he does that because of this. This is so insane. You're running double Glorio. Congratulations, the whole team for the rest of the battle is getting 100% attack and defense for free as long as you float them off every turn. People say, "Oh, he can't be number one because he can't go slot." I don't care that he can't go slot one if he is doing this alongside launching 6 super attacks with an 80% chance to dodge that are continuously getting stronger, and his attack break on the active, which this is like, oh, sorry guys, this is like Beast Gohan active skill levels of easy to get. Like, you're getting, you're gonna have access to his active like from the second turn he's on. And then his super attack effect. What is this? What is the what is I can't click off. What is this in particular? Are they gonna start doing this now? Is this how they power creep super attack effects? What is this bullshit, dude? He did not need that. By the way, he can launch 6 because his first one activates the intro and launches another one. That's 2. This is 3. This is 4. And I could have sworn there were more. Oh, after 3, he has another one. So that's 5. And I guess 6 if you include the active. So I guess he can only do 5 super attacks. But I say only 5, like it's not 5 super attacks where he's getting this. I'm sorry, he's insane. I think it's fine if you don't think he's the number 1 unit in the game. But if you don't have him as the number 1 TUR, you're just insane. But yeah, that's on my list. I wanted to try and get through this one faster, but I'm pretty sure I did not. I ranted on a little bit too long. I was a little bit spacey, admittedly, but it is 3:30. Didn't think that one through. But yeah, this is my list. As always, I'll be posting it on Twitter. Feel free to call me a moron, an idiot, anything on there. And I wish all of you a great rest of your day, night, evening, morning, whatever. Have a great one.